Welcome to Nick's Silver Anniversary Dinner and Auction. I'm Katie Curry, Executive Director for the McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity. We are obviously not meeting at the iconic Nick's Italian Cafe again this year, but we're excited to be celebrating this milestone event by offering some hybrid options. Many of you are sitting down in your homes with a delicious dinner from Nick's, a bottle of wine from one of our generous Willamette Valley vineyards, and many of you will bid on auction items, all to benefit MacHabitat's mission to bring people together to build homes, community, and hope. I am at our Restore today, a great representation of another way to support our programs and missions here in the McMinnville area. One of the highlights of the Nick's event is learning about all of the winemakers who graciously donate wine to this event year after year. This wine has been procured every year by Joan Drabkin. This is our 25th event in 26 years, and Joni has hit the pavement, turned on her charm, and gathered enough wine for all to enjoy every year. And not just any wine. She brings us the best of the best. We thank her for her tireless and dedicated efforts, and like every year, she lets us know about every bottle and every winemaker. Let's hear about this year's bounty.
Good evening. Even though you can't see me, I am raising my glass to welcome all of you. Once again, MacHabitat is fortunate to have the enthusiastic support of the local wine community. Tonight's wines will delight and please your palate, and I hope to introduce you to new winemakers while still embrace the historic and venerable wineries that have established the Habitat Nick's dinner for 26 years. Our first wine tonight is the Eyrie Vineyards Outcrop Pinot Noir 2017, Jason Lett, winemaker. The Eyrie Vineyards has donated wine to every one of the 26 years of the Habitat Nick's dinner. First, with the aid and love of David Lett. Jason Lett, David's son, has continued Eyrie's support for the last 13 years, and this year bestowed the 94-point, luscious, award-winning 2017 Eyrie Vineyards Outcrop Pinot Noir for you to enjoy. Remy Wines, Dolcetto 2018 Jubilee Vineyard, Remy Drabkin, winemaker. Remy Drabkin of Remy Wines and my daughter has donated wine to Habitat every year since she began her business in 2006. She makes old world style wines grown in the Pacific Northwest. Additionally, Remy is McMinnville City Council President, serves on the Oregon Wine Board, and is a founding member of the Wine Country Pride. Tonight she shares with us the 2018 Dolcetto from Jubilee Vineyards in the Eola Amity Hills. Matzinger Davies 2020 Gorgeous Savvy Sauvignon Blanc, Anna Matzinger, winemaker. Matzinger Davies is a partnership in love and business. Wife and husband team Anna Matzinger and Michael Davies makes the Gorgeous Savvy 2020 Sauvignon Blanc that we will be enjoying this evening. Anna is a winemaking consultant providing thoughtful solutions for small to medium-sized wineries and was an establishing force behind TEDx in McMinnville. White Rose Estate Winery 2017 Convivial Feast Pinot Noir, Jesus Guilan, winemaker. Jesus Guilan was the first Mexican-American executive vintner in Oregon. That means head winemaker. He produced this 2017 Convivial Feast Pinot Noir for White Rose Estate. Posthumously, he stands as a beacon to other minority winemakers, and his wines are both sought after and treasured. Ribbon Ridge 2017 Pinot Noir, Wynn Peterson Nedry, winemaker. Ribbon Ridge Winery generously donated their 2017 Pinot Noir. The wines are crafted by the second-generation winemaker Wynn Peterson Nedry. Wynn grew up in a wine family that has been a pillar of the Oregon wine industry for decades. After leading winemaker at Chehalem, Wynn became partners with her father, Harry Peterson Nedry, in Ribbon Ridge. Harry was a visionary for the early Oregon wine community, and Wynn has inherited the gene. Her winemaking reflects her almost innate knowledge of the AVA for which the winery is named. Her latest production includes not only wine, but her baby son, Julian, not yet a year old. May Syrah 214 Asha Pinot Noir, Tamina Momtazi winemaker. Hannah Momtazi is the marketing director at May Syrah Winery and daughter of Mo Momtazi, the founder of the vineyard and winery. The Momtazi family's immigrant story of their flight from Iran is riveting and underscores the importance of new ideas, new ways of seeing the world, and new beginnings. The Momtazi family, and especially Hannah, Mo's daughter, supports Habitat all through the year with hands-on volunteering besides other important contributions. Her sister, Tamina Momtazi, is the winemaker. The wines of May Syrah are pure, female-made, biodynamically grown in harmony with the land they farm. One of the meanings of Asha, the designation on the label of this Pinot Noir, is truth, and this family pursues the true expression of the land in their delicious wines. Cramoisi 2017 Pinot Noir Cuvée, estate grown. Drew Voigt, winemaker. Sophia Torres, owner. Sophia Torres, owner of the Cramoisi vineyards along with her husband, Ryan McKay, is a Latina woman from Mexico City who is a lustrous rising star in the Willamette Valley cosmos. She has a passion for wine growing and farming and fell in love with their vineyard site in the Dundee Hills upon very first looking at it. In 2012, Sophia and Ryan planted their first vines and now have a thriving 7-acre vineyard. We are fortunate to have this Pinot Noir on our table because Sophia extracted this case to donate for tonight's dinner from her personal library in order to support the McMinnville Habitat for Humanity next dinner. R. Stewart and Company Brut Sparkling Wine, Bubbly, Rob Stewart, winemaker. Forgive me for ending on a sad note, but there is a hole in the world that cannot be filled. Our beloved Maria Stewart passed away on October 13th. Everything about her lives on in each and every one of us who knew her and loved her. For many years, Maria and Rob have donated 2 cases of R. Stewart and Company Bubbly to our next Habitat dinner. Our emphasis on women-owned businesses tonight is capstoned by Maria Stewart, the penultimate businesswoman, event planner, fantastic cook, blogger, and charitable creative for the local community in so many ways. Please raise a glass to Maria, Rob, and the Stewart family as we embrace her memory. Thank you.
Thank you again, Joni, for being such a dedicated volunteer for the past 26 years. Speaking of wine, we are thrilled to partner this year with the Willamette Valley Wineries Association. They have graciously committed to raise enough money to build a house for a MacHabitat family, and they spent the summer finding creative and diverse ways to involve their members in the fundraising. Plans are in place to build this home starting this winter, and we have selected the next homeowners. Please welcome our new homeowner partners, the Gonzalez family.
Pues quiere decir mucho porque nos da la oportunidad de salir adelante. Como él dice, él siempre ha dicho que quiere una alberca, su trampolín, algo para tener su propio espacio. la oportunidad de ya tener algo propio y no estar tirando de alguna manera el dinero a la basura, porque en un apartamento es como abrir el bote y se va, ¿no? Y uno propio va a ser de nosotros.
Va a ser un sacrificio, es un sacrificio. Tener una casa es muy valioso, más que nada por nuestros hijos que ocupan su propio espacio para ellos, y crecer más, estar, pues está uno feliz pues por esta oportunidad que nos dan, y gracias a Habitat por esta gran oportunidad, porque siempre es el sueño de uno tener uno su propia casa. Thank you very much.
Acel, ¿tú por qué quieres tener una casa, mi amor? ¿Tú nos quieres decir por qué quieres tener una casa? No, allá.
Yo quiero una alberca.
¿Lo puedo decir en inglés o en español?
¿Una alberca?
Dice que quiere una alberca.
You want the pool.
I am Morgan McLaughlin, the Executive Director of the Willamette Valley Wineries Association. We are proud to have partnered with the McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity for our first Home That Wine Country Built project. Over the past year, the Willamette Valley wine community has raised money through special projects, events, and winery promotions to raise $100,000 for this home. In the future, we will continue to find ways to bring more affordable housing opportunities in our community. Thank you again for this wonderful partnership.
We thank the Willamette Valley Wineries Association for this special partnership, as well as agreeing to be a sponsor for the Nick Silver Anniversary Dinner and Auction. And of course, we can't have this event without Nick and his daughter, Carmen. Not only are we lucky enough to have this iconic restaurant in our community, but the people behind the scenes are even more special. Year after year, they continue to host and sponsor this event and are involved in the planning from day one. MacHabitat has raised enough money from this event over the years to build several houses to support affordability, and we are so grateful for that. Let's hear a little about the history of the event and tonight's menu from Nick and Carmen.
To the best of my memory, the origin of the event was involved Bernie Turner walking in the back room here of the restaurant and telling Joan Drabkin and I that he wanted to raise money for Habitat and wanted our help. And we started talking it over, and we came up with the idea of a dinner here, pretty certain we could get the local wineries to donate wine for the event, which happened. And it turned into the first one was terrific. It was very successful. And that was in 1995, I believe. And I was happy to be involved in anything that Bernie was involved in, because I knew it would be a good thing.
Well, we love being a part of the Habitat dinner. Sometimes there are limited ways that we can contribute to charities and causes that we believe in, but this is one small way that we get to be involved, and it's been an honor ever since I've taken it over. But it feels like tradition at this point, and I'm not sure that it would feel like we were headed into winter without doing that Habitat dinner and having everybody here.
Well, it's really wonderful to be involved with Habitat. They seem to be a wonderful organization, and they do fine things for fine people. And it's just nice to be part and help in some way.
Well, we'll be starting off with a mixed antipasti plate, which hopefully you'll have a lot of fun opening and pairing with wine while you cook the rest of your meal. We've got a lovely mixed beet salad with a white wine vinaigrette, local Briar Rose Creamery fromage blanc, and roasted beets. And after that, we'll be doing a braised short rib with creamy polenta and wood oven roasted winter vegetables. And then to wrap things up, an Earl Grey scented pot de creme.
My memory really is of the first event. It was just a terrific evening. People had a great time, and that got this off to a very strong, good start. And I think that certainly made the second year very easy to sell, and therefore easy to raise the price a little bit. And at some point a few years ago, I was told that the dinner has raised enough money to buy supplies for, I think it was like 4 or 5 houses through the years, all the years together. And that's really nice.
For me, it would have to be the last one because, I just keep picturing the wonderful crowd all together and the warm dining room and the slightly steamy windows, and I just can't wait to get back to that. So,
I have one memory that just came to me, and that was this event for maybe 15 years, 20 years, that the entertainment was a wonderful magician from Portland, and I'm not getting his name right now. The great guy, Allen.
Mark Allen.
Mark Allen,
yeah,
that's it.
He's fantastic.
And he was really good. He was really good. And
which is evidenced by all the
cards on the
cards
ceiling
on the ceiling
are his work.
This is years and years of
But one
magic.
year there was a guy giving him a very hard time. And before much else happened, Mark had taken his wristwatch off of his wrist and he didn't know it. And Mark asked him what time it was, and he looked down and it was gone. And Mark had taken it from him without knowing. That really, I thought, that was a perfect, put him in his place. I loved it. Thank you for all the participation through the years. And I hope you enjoy this meal as much, and maybe next year.
Yes, next year at Nick's.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much for including us.
I'm Emily Grace Cropper-Russell, Development Coordinator for McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity. I'm excited that we're doing some iteration of Nick's this year, even though it's not in person with all of you. But I'm so glad to be able to do some sort of celebration of this wonderful tradition and long-standing event. I have very fond and have become very special to me memories of our 2019 Nick's, where we were all able to be together and be in person, and I look back on that and hope that we can do that again someday soon. One thing I love about MacHabitat is how it's so important to our community and has been around for so long, and like our long-standing program of Nick's, we also have our Women Build program, and I personally really love this program. It's a great way to get women involved in construction and what we're doing with MacHabitat, and I love that we also get to highlight the women that are in the families that we're building for. This Women Build that we're going to hopefully complete by the middle of December of this year is our second Women Build that we've done during COVID. Our first one we completed in spring of 2021. And something that really strikes me about both of these homes is they've been completely started and finished within the time frame that we've been dealing with a global pandemic, and I'm just so amazed by the generosity and the stick-to-itiveness of our volunteers, our supporters, our donors, all of you that are so willing to support and do the hard work of building homes and bringing hope to our community. And that's just something that's meant a lot to me in this time. And I'm so excited for the Martinez family to get to move into their home, and I know they're really excited too, and they're going to introduce themselves to you here.
We're the Martinez family. This is my husband, Jose. I'm Ines. We have 5 children. We have one boy, he's 15.
Eduardo.
We have Eduardo. We have 4 daughters. The first one is Mayra, she's 12. The other one is Soraya, she's 8. Natalie, she's 7, and we have a little baby, she's 8 months.
My name is Eduardo Martinez, I'm 15.
I'm 8, and my name is Soraya. I'm 7, my name is Adam.
Well, the place we live right now, we're living on 3rd Street. It's a manufactured home, a little bit on the old side, but you know that was probably one of our starting points where we've been wanting to step up a little bit, and right now it's getting to the point where we need probably a little bigger space. And
we decided to apply for a new home because they don't have each one their own room. We've been struggling with that part because, like we said before, we have 5 children and they don't have like their own space, their personal space. So yeah, their rooms are really small for them.
And we're always fighting for the bathroom.
Yeah, I can't wait to decorate my own home.
The way she likes it, probably. Yeah, and a new kitchen. It's always nice, right? Kitchen.
More bathrooms.
More bathrooms. The living room.
Just more space. Cousin lives, not too far away, so I'm excited for that. Just the space in general, living room, kitchen. I'm just excited to see what happens.
And is excited to move. And we have a baby sister, and she's cute.
Hey, my name's KB Botwell. I am the construction manager for the MacMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity. I just wanted to let you know that financial support is really critical at this point in time. The COVID has caused a lot of shortage for materials, so the supply and demand is created up to 200% increase in our materials. So anything you can do to help us would be really appreciated. Thank you.
I think it's a place where you can raise your children like with love, respect.
House is a building, you can get a house anywhere. Home is like my wife said, it's a place where you can come and be with family, joy moments, tear moments, and share good moments with people. So
I just feel like it's a place, place where you can stay, live, just like my parents said, love and affection, show it those your family. I just feel like that's a big part of home, feeling safe. Yeah.
I really want to thank for supporting, Habitat for Humanity, and for all those people that are donating the time. I think for the homeowners that are starting to get their houses very valuable, and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. I really appreciate their time and everything they do for us. Thank you.
Good evening, and I just want to thank every one of you who's participating in our very special Nix event. I was thinking about this when I was preparing myself, that I was probably invited to a Nix event 10 to 15 years ago, before I was ever involved with Habitat. And I remember going and thinking how profound the experience was, both from the perspective that it was a beautiful setting with magnificent food and delicious wine, but how engaged everyone was with the mission of Habitat. And it is how I first really started thinking about Habitat in a completely new light. Not just because I love this fundraiser, but I loved the feeling around accomplishing a mission with such committed individuals, both from the volunteers, from the donors, from the staff. It was amazing. I left there with a totally different perspective about what it means to be involved. So each one of you has a role, whether it's the biggest donor that we've ever seen or the person who comes to volunteer for 1 hour to make this event successful. And I look to all of us, all of you, to make it an even bigger success this year than ever before. I know these last couple of years have been darker seasons for many of us, and our light is helping people find homes, helping people get into homes that never could before. And I really challenge all of us to think about what their role is for our community, what their role is with Habitat, and how we can all join hands to make it possible. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight at Nick's Silver Anniversary Dinner and Auction. We can't do this event without everybody who puts in so much time and effort to help, including everyone at Nick's Italian Cafe, our Nick's committee consisting of Joni, Marianne, Carmen, Courtney, our event coordinator, Emily Grace, and all of the donors who have donated auction items for this event, for our online auction, our generous wineries who donated wine to have at your table tonight, and you. Thank you for helping to bring people together to build homes, community, and hope.